9 Circles is iconic, but its decoration is lacking, to say the least. But today, I will be fixing that problem, and let's see what I did. So, I have a copy of 9 Circles right here. Today, I will be improving the decoration of the first cube part in 9 Circles. I'll be doing 2.1 decoration, and I think I'll be going for simple glow style, which I always do. But first, I need to fix this block design. So first, I don't think this object is necessary. I'll do 2 different spike designs, one for the normal spikes and one for the mini spikes. I just went for my generic spike design, but it took a lot of trial and error to get to its perfect place. I also wanted to incorporate more of the 9 Circles effect into this, but unfortunately that idea was just lost and forgotten. And if I then just give this some more brightness, then yeah, that looks pretty decent. And let's also add these lines here. Spike design complete, but this is only version 1 of many other versions. See, that's actually a pretty clean spike. It looks way better than the original. And then I'll add some layering to this. But I guess I'll just make my typical deco, so the black outlines are needed, then I'll do some backing blocks below them, then I'll add 2 layers of glow. I'll add this glow, I'll add that. I'll add this layer of glow, which will be B2 and the blending color. I had to adjust some colors so that the details in the block design would be actually visible. I'll then add another layer of glow, 1 layer on the top. I'll add some glow, not blending black, but 50 opacity black. So you can see that if I add this below, then that adds a sort of contrast. I then added a sort of highlight to the main detail of the block, but it felt a little bit unnecessary, so I just deleted that later. And you can see that adds way more glow to this sort of thingo right here. Look how much difference that is. After that, I added some white glow to some of the edges of the block, which actually looked very clean. Yeah, this is... Wait, why are these outlines on the outside and not the inside? I then spent even more time just adjusting colors and stuff like that. I don't even know why I spent so much time on it, but I guess it did look better. I guess I'll then work on the 3D, which definitely needs some changes. My commentary for making this 3D was pretty subpar, so I'll just explain what I did in post-commentary. This 3D was inspired by Hellgate by Tried, and it was built up using these simple objects. Let's say if I half space this, maybe not half space, do that. The glow was the only tricky part here, but after doing that, everything was just smooth sailing. That does not look like mustard doo-doo, that actually looks pretty good, yeah. So let's say I'll copy this 3D to the top as well. And with the entire block design done, that just meant that I had to copy-paste everything throughout the entire part, which took around 40 minutes to do. So yeah, let's have a little applying block design break. And with that, I think the entire block design is done. I just gotta do the 3D, but I'm too exhausted to work on the 3D right now. I'll just play through the level a little bit, and maybe I'll get some more inspiration for what I can do. And after finishing the block design, it was when I began making some strange decisions, to say the least. But now, I think I'll take a break and maybe work on the saw blade design. And after struggling to come up with a normal saw blade design, I decided to do something interesting that didn't fit with the entire level in the slightest. Bro, as you guys can probably tell, I'm not good at designing saw blades. Maybe I'll just scrap this and then use these saw blades because they are way easier to work with. So let's say what I can Adieu, I can try to do like a little effect on this. I made a sort of alpha trigger 9 circles effect, which took some tweaking, but it ended up looking pretty good. Say. Yeah. I need to give a design to these, however, so maybe some of this to begin with, and then like another one of these with a rotation, and then 2 bits that I need to add. Number 1 glow and number 2 glow. So now, what if all of these have a black outline, and then this saw blade right here will always be in front? I accidentally made the fading outlines have a red color, but that actually looked way better than what it did before. It actually looks pretty good. Yeah, that was by accident, but it actually looks pretty good, so. The final thing I added was some scythe objects, and with that, the entire saw design was complete. Now it's just time to make a variation for the smaller ones and copy paste this around the entire part. And yeah, then I'll just copy paste this around. I don't think I'll be making any variation because it took way too long time for me to make just that. So copy and paste time, I guess. And we're back. The saw blade design has been filled in, and it's interesting to say the least. But yeah, you can see the level feels way more full now, and way more revamped with the new stuff. For some reason, I got some inspiration from Slaughterhouse and added some glow beams to the parts, but unfortunately, these looked pretty bad. Although that doesn't look that good, so let's fix that. I think I'll do pulses last, but just one little thing that I'll do right now is like the classic 9 circles transition pulses. This looks like a goddamn mess. Here I took some inspiration from Final Destination by pulsing the entire block design black, and you'll see that in the final completion. And if you're enjoying this video, then I humbly ask you to hit that subscribe button, but let's get back to 9 circles. I definitely need to fix some of these pulses then. Maybe the background not like a pinkish color, maybe just like a dark red. Let's say a dark red, yeah, that works. And also, let's just remove this portal decoration. And then I began with the custom background, which is probably the simplest custom background I have ever made in Geometry Dash. I just made this simple pillar, copy pasted it around the parts, and gave it some movement. Yeah, that is actually everything. Let's give this group 28, and I guess group 28 can just like move. Yeah, so that's like the first layer to the background. Let's copy paste this way more. I was going to add another layer to this background, but I just didn't have any ideas, so I decided to work on something else. Hey, wait a minute, what if I do like a pretty cool effect using some of these lines right here? I added some scan lines as foreground, and I made them pretty low opacity so that they wouldn't look too obscure and out of place. It'll lock to the player X for 50 seconds, and it'll also move down 100 blocks. I kinda like it. There may be some people who dislike it, but I actually kinda like it. What if I make it so that 29 will on some of the beats? It'll like pulse more opaque. Yeah. Oh, I fell for a fake that I've never fallen for. And that reminded me, I have neither done overlay glow on the top nor on the bottom of this level. Glow overlays are pretty boring and uninteresting to watch, so we skip those. But I basically made some red blending glow on the bottom and some black glow on the top. So look how better that is already. Also, is this glow not even moving? And after fixing some layering issues, I began with the final addition to this part. I think what I'll add some arrows, maybe some jump indicators, and then I'll work on the 3D, and after that I think the level is done. So I have these arrows right here. They aren't the correct color, however. These arrows were just taken from a collab that I'm working on, so they didn't take that much time. So I'll just move these to like the colors that they're supposed to be. So let's say I'll just move this into the level, take 2 circles below it. So this circle right here can maybe be B2. And after adding a back and some glow to the arrow, I was ready to copy and paste it throughout the part. And yes, my commentary was pretty bad throughout all of this. So now I guess I can just rotate this and place it throughout the parts. But I gotta make sure that these are not spammed way too much. And after applying the 3D and spike design to the rest of the block design, the part was actually finished. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's do the final showcase.